Is silver becoming unobtainable? Is it unobtainium in the waiting? Well, it certainly feels a little bit that way with the price point. There's a lot of people priced out of the market, myself included. I don't really want to be buying any more silver at the current price points. But what it does say to me is that holding my silver right now is a really good course of action. I used to look at my silver and say, well, it's just gold in waiting. I'll sell it and I will cash it out for gold. But now I'm kind of viewing this stuff as the new gold, as something quite special, as something that I think will hold way more value into the future. Now, that's not financial advice to say where the price of silver will end up, but we could all agree, I think realistically, the only way is up. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. Welcome to another Precious Metal Ramble where we have down-to-earth discussions about all things precious and shiny. And this beautiful box of precious metal, this silver precious metal, is starting to feel a lot more precious to me than it did before. Start to sound a little bit like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. It's my precious. And to be quite frank, I do genuinely feel like silver is becoming something I want to hold on to for a very long time. And that's a big shift in mentality for me because my silver that I traditionally would have bought for my own investments has always been a means to an end to look to get more gold. And that could be because I'm trying to cash out on the ratio or cash out on some items that carry premiums and then put that extra cash into my gold. But right now, with the way the markets are, and certainly with the way that I view silver's potential going forwards, not financial advice, I do feel like holding on to this stuff is way better of a course of action than potentially selling it. Now, at some point, there will come a natural point where I will need to or want to sell some of my silver. And when that happens, I guess I'll just have to bite that bullet and do that. But I can't see that happening for quite a while. So I want to talk today about my shift in mentality, why that shift has happened. I think it's been a gradual one, but it certainly has been accelerated over the last couple of months. And also talk a little bit more about that potential that I see for silver and why I think holding it is better than selling it right now. But before we jump into that, I just want to put a quick plug in for myself to say that we are fast approaching 90,000 subscribers, which is an incredibly cool milestone. But the even cooler milestone of 100,000 subs is within reach. We hopefully will get there before our 10-year anniversary in July this year. So help me get there by subscribing if you're not already, liking, sharing, and commenting. All of those things really help the YouTube algorithm pick up our videos and share it around to more people, which then means more subscribers. So thank you very much for subscribing if you're not already, and join me on that journey. Now, silver's potential. Long have a lot of people said, and long have I been a bit of a naysayer, I think, as well about silver. If you go back and look at some of the previous videos I've done on silver, there's a lot that kind of bashes silver, quite frankly, because I always did view it as a little bit of a, well, it's the kind of the second man, or what's the word? The poor man's precious metal, really. Gold is for nations, silver is for the population. And now it's starting to feel like everybody, his man and his dog, wants to have silver. The big boys in the markets are clamoring for it. And I do think that that means that there could be a lot of potential for silver going forwards into the future. Where that potential will take us, price point wise, is unknown to me. It could end up being $100 an ounce this year. It could be $300 an ounce in 5 years, 10 years. I don't know where things would be, but I want to be there and I want to enjoy that journey along the way. So for me right now, selling some of this stuff doesn't seem like the right course of action. But also in a previous video, I mentioned that I think buying this stuff right now is not necessarily the right choice for me either, because, well, I've been blessed to have all of this silver that I've bought for a very, very good price a long time ago. I look back at some of my receipts for the purchases that I made on these Oriental Border Britannias, and I bought these for close to £15 an ounce. That's right, £15 an ounce. And right now these will be selling for 75 plus at the moment. And that's mad. That is crazy. So is there a way that we can affordably stack or buy or invest in silver right now? Well, let's find out from one of our channel sponsors. The move we've seen in December 2025 in precious metals, especially silver, is the most historic rally ever. It signals a new era like no other. Gold over $4,500 for the first time in history, up 71% in 2025, adding nearly $13 trillion to its market cap in a single year. Silver has just hit $75, up 148% in 2025, and is now the world's third largest asset. The numbers speak for themselves. We are in the most enormous breakout in my favourite metal, silver. I'm about to share with you my number one all-time pure silver idea for the coming decade. So I'm not beating about the bush. Today's video sponsor is Argenta Silver, US ticker symbol AGAGF, and their website and corporate presentation can be found linked in the description box below. 3 reasons that I think Argenta Silver is currently a great idea for a good look at. 2 highly successful businessmen with proven track records in business mining have bought millions and tens of millions of shares. Both Frank Giustra and Argentinian real estate entrepreneur Eduardo Elsain are major shareholders of Argenta Silver. The valuation of the company, here are the dry figures. The previous owners of the Alcavar project spent an estimated 60 million Canadian on the project, discovering the 3rd largest pure silver deposit in Argentina and building a 100-people camp. The infrastructure is there. Argenta purchased this project for only $3.5 million in September 2024. The pure silver deposit contains silver resources of 45.3 million ounces at 482 grams per tonne indicated and 4.1 million ounces at 417 grams per tonne of inferred. Less than 1% of the project area is explored. I cannot overstate the potential here. This is already the 3rd largest undeveloped pure silver deposit in Argentina. Argenta Silver now has a significant cash position, roughly $18 million in working capital, and they are drilling as we speak. So the results are imminent and will continue to come for the next few months, all in the context of this bull market, which there has never been anything like before. The flagship resource and project are situated in Argentina's top mining jurisdiction, the Salta province. It is the best voted jurisdiction of Latin America by the Fraser Institute for 2023. So do your homework on Argenta Silver, ticker symbol AGAGF. If you're interested, go and check them out. There's a link in the description box below to all of the information you've seen here today. Once again, thank you to Argenta Silver for sponsoring today's video, and now back on with our precious metal ramble. So is silver becoming unobtainable, the unobtainium? Well, what I will say is that there will always be opportunities in the market for people to buy silver. It just depends on the premium and the price point. Now, for me, as I said, if I'm buying right now, I don't really want to be buying anywhere close to the £80, £90 an ounce mark with the VAT, with the tax implications on top. But if there were some fractional bits of silver or some coins that came in that were at a half decent price point around spot, for example, or just a little bit above, then that would be something that might tickle my fancy in terms of purchasing. But at the same time, I just don't know if that's still right for me. I'd rather cash out on some of the silver that I have, certainly bullion stuff, than buy more at this price point and reduce my average. Now, premium stuff, I think there's an opportunity here. There is an opportunity for semi-numismatic stuff. So as prices continue to increase, and there's no doubt that I think that they will continue to increase. Oh my God, look at all this beautiful silver down here. I've forgotten all about this coin. This is a stunner. This is something I bought all the way back in 2017, I think early 17. I have to look up what I paid for this, but it must be only, crikey, it's probably only about 130 quid. That's going to be £800 coin right now. Anyway, what I was saying was, I do think that with the price increasing, there is opportunity. Opportunity will always come a-knocking for premium products. And I've said this before on many occasions that when the price starts to increase, when the premiums start to increase, premium products start to look really quite attractive. And if you're looking at this box of silver here, there are some premium products in here that are very, very nice and that will have and retain that premium. So still there is an avenue, I think, for people to make some money on silver. We can certainly look to buy things like, I'm not going to just specifically say germanium mint, but if you bought germanium mint products at a half decent price, their premium holds. If you buy bullion items like a normal regular bullion Britannia from Bullion by Post at £90 an ounce, you're not going to get that premium out of it. This 2013 Britannia here is just a real ratty-tatty bullion grade. No one wants this for a decent premium. But if you've got a nice piece, if you've got a really nice piece of silver like, well, one of the old school Britannias, like this 2007 would be a good example, or even one of the Charles Cyphers, there's some other cool ones in here. Oh, there's Empire Precious Metals, we'll talk about him in a moment. But for example, well, these Lunas are just stunning, but also there's some Pressburg coins in here, that's what I was looking for. So some of these beautiful Pressburg coins, they do hold lovely premiums above what I will have paid for them. And those premiums are in demand right now. That's the point. That's the problem right now. There is a lot of people who want to get silver, but don't want to be paying over the odds for things that they don't like. So yeah, it's an interesting time to be a stacker. I do just want to give a quick shout out to my good friend, Stormy. So sad that he has decided to call it a day on his silver YouTube channel. I get it though. I completely understand why. And I wish him all the best, and I hope that he enjoys his retirement from the world of YouTube and precious metals. But he was a very, very good content creator. So good on you, Stormy. Well done for actually doing what is right for you and looking after yourself. Looking after yourself is, I guess, an interesting one, isn't it? Because ultimately, you've got to look after yourself and what's right for you. You can't buy the hype. You cannot buy the hype. And there are a lot of people out there who are buying the hype right now, who are just looking at silver as a potential quick win, double your money overnight kind of situation. That's not what silver's about. That's not what silver's ever been about. And for me, I do think that holding this stuff for a long time is going to be better. Now, I used to think that selling it for gold would be the right choice of action for myself, but I do genuinely think right now that maybe there's a lot more potential in silver than there is in gold. And if it's going to become unobtainable, then I think I'd rather hold it. So whilst a lot of this stuff here is potentially stuff I could sell to fuel more of my gold purchases, I feel like I'm just going to extract money from other parts of my financial positions to get any more gold that I might want to get. I'm not buying any more silver right now, but I am looking at the silver that I've got with absolute glee and abandon because it's very, very nice to have it. If I didn't have any silver right now, would I buy it? Difficult question. Probably not, is the honest answer. Certainly not at the premiums that we're seeing. If I was buying it simply at spot price, playing a spot price play, maybe. But I'm blessed that I've got some already. So there we go. There is our precious metal ramble for today. I'd love to know what you think down in the comment section. Do you think silver has turned more precious of late? Do you think that silver is turning into that precious metal that will potentially be the new gold at some point? Will gold become unobtainable? I do think if gold goes to 4,000, 5,000 pounds an ounce, $5,000, $6,000 an ounce, that will become way, way too expensive for people. A 1 ounce gold coin at 5,000 pounds, that's just mental. And I do think at that point, really the only option that we have is to stack silver. And if silver is going to be expensive and more precious because it's more unobtainable, because the markets are pricing people out of it, then it's going to be an interesting time to see where things are. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you all for watching. We need a phrase for the cool kids. And I think, well, in honor of our good fallen comrade, Stormy, we can say, Empire Precious Metals, we will miss you. That is your Cool Kid Club phrase for a chance to win an ounce of silver. We're going to do an ounce of silver giveaway every month for people who stick around to the back end of our videos, watch, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and also put that Cool Kid Club comment. And I kind of don't want to give this one away. I'm so sorry. I'd love to give this away as our prize for this month because of Empire, but I tell you what, I'll make you a deal. If the random video I choose is this video and the Cool Kid Club comment is the Empire Precious Metals, we'll miss you. I'll give this one away. If it's not, then I'll give away a random coin from this box other than the 10 ounces. I'm not giving you 10 ounces yet. You have to wait till 100,000 subs for me to give away something big. That is going to be a big one. So join me on that journey. But thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.